Yo, this is It's Myrrh, and you're listening to Tin Pod Radio. You can find me at It's Myrrh on Instagram and Patreon and Ko-fi.
Shortlisted, the podcast where the hosts take a top 10 list off the internet, because there are a few, and talk about them for an hour. They set the clock when they remember, and talk for an hour if the equipment cooperates. And then they shut up whether they've made it through the list or not. They're not racing against time, they're just shortlisting their big mouths.
Please don't fear me, because I know what I want. Please deliver me that soft part of your soul that makes you freeze time, staring in at yourself. It's time to step outside onto the path you once made. Let me keep you so I can find all your tears. I can mend you so you can function again. I was where you are in oblivion. I know you feel alone. You got to ask yourself where you are now. It's where you are now. It's where you are now.
Chapter 9. Pretty much the only Beyond Human who has been active long-term between the time period of the aftermath of World War II and the present day goes by the name Pulpy. Though, as always, with most things, there were a lot of things going on in the shadows that never even touched any light, be it sun or moonshine. Pulpy is the very powerful hero who calls New York City home, because New York and the United States as a whole naturally attract Beyond Humans, or at least that's what a childhood of reading comics has taught me. First appearing a few years after the end of the Korean War, he was at first a thing of legend, then a thing of conspiracy theorists, and lastly a pop culture icon, before he started to finally be caught on camera fully. Pulpy gained the trust of many world governments and was deputised and given citizenship by the United States. The United Nations called him an agent of the world in 1982, after he held off an alien invasion almost single-handedly and nearly died trying. Before that day of the alien invasion, he said he was just travelling the world trying to learn about it. We know that not to be true by some of the sightings that are now fully attributed to him. The question that springs from that time has to be asked if he was working for anyone. Who? The United States says they had no idea he was around. Now, you can either believe the US government is really stupid, or they're lying. Many will tell you thinking a government is stupid as a reply to explaining its actions is a most dangerous thing to do. The limit of his powers is unknown, as is where he came from, but many governments are tracking his every movement in attempt to find out more about this very powerful alien, who looks so very human at times. That's one of the main reasons they fear him so much. Just like America itself, Pulpy is a symbol for most of the world. The only thing is, that symbol symbolises different things to different people. Just as when you look at a loyal soldier or a by-the-book police officer, many people see different things when viewing Pulpy.
Join us for Original Sin, the audio stories series Today's Political Climate Demands. We may need to change our names, find new lovers, and bow to new gods after each episode is loaded to Tin Pod Radio.
to you.